Now back to Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis.
Welcome back to this edition of Inside West Virginia Politics. The opioid crisis and legal action has been in the headlines in the last week or so. We want to get up to speed on this. Let me introduce Rusty Webb. He's a Charleston-based attorney who's representing the city of Charleston, Huntington, Cabell County, and 33 other municipalities in West Virginia.
All around the state.
In the opioid lawsuits against not only Purdue Pharma, but other drug makers. Where does all this stand now? We heard a lot of talk in the past week about settlement and money coming into our state and communities.
Well, first of all, let me caution that when people heard about Purdue bankruptcy, that's part of the plan. The part of the plan is for Purdue Pharma to go into bankruptcy. There'd be a $10 million to $12 million settlement.
Million or billion?
Billion. I'm sorry. Did I say million? $1 billion settlement. And something that a lot of people don't know about is that the distributors, which were originally sued first, the McKessons, the Cardinal Health, they have $10 billion on the table, and it's not really made the news yet. So you have about $20 billion on the table right now in settlement money or proposals.
When might, and I realize that the bankruptcy has to be done, they've already filed it, and I know there's a judge in Cleveland that's hearing the consolidation of hundreds of these cases, I guess. When might our communities, Huntington, for example, it really needs a lot of money to fight, the opioid crisis on the ground. When might they be seeing those dollars?
Well, when you're talking about $10 billion and about 50, 60 lawyers that have to put the ink to the paper, it's not going to happen quickly. What's unique about Huntington, which is a city I represent, is that there is the first trial is going to be in Cleveland in front of Judge Polster. First trial October 21st, which is why I believe a lot of settlements are going to occur between now and then. If for some reason these cases do not settle, Huntington and Cabell County will be the second case tried in 2020. And that's significant. Yeah,
because that puts us higher up on the
sure
poll here.
Right.
Theoretically, let's say Huntington gets $20 million. What can it use that money for, Charleston or any other community? Is it going to be up to their discretion, or are they going to be told by the courts where they can spend it?
Well, right now, I've seen nothing that says that there are conditions attached to it. But I happen to know in the case of Huntington and in the case of Charleston that both mayors are working on comprehensive plans for effective use of the money relating to opioid treatment and prevention. They're both working on it, separate plans, but they're both working on plans.
Now, can it be used for costs going forward, or can it be retroactive? I mean, these communities have spent a lot on police overtime. They've spent a lot buying Narcan, the reversal kits, and other things. The expenses have been extraordinary.
That's anticipated. As a matter of fact, the formula that has been presented is that 15% of these settlement monies will be carved off for expenses for the attorneys and the back pay on these types of issues that you're talking about, not the least of which are regional jail fees that have just skyrocketed for the counties.
Yeah, they have. It occurs to me that not every community has filed for, I think you just signed up Clarksburg, but Morgantown, Bridgeport, Fairmont, those are some of the biggest cities in West Virginia that apparently have not filed yet. Is there still time for them to get a piece of the pie?
There is still time. I have researched it, and they have apparently not filed. If they have, I can't find it in any news outlet. There are the three largest cities in the state that have not filed. Every other city, from Fort Gay, who I represent, up to the city of Charleston, Parkersburg, Huntington, Clarksburg, you name it, Bluefield, Princeton. I represent all those cities.
We're down to a minute, and I understand the filing fee is $200. That seems like that would be a good investment for any municipality, city, or county that has not filed yet.
I cannot understand why, if you have a police force in the city of West Virginia, within your municipality, that you have not filed to get some of this money. It is perplexing to me that every city has not filed.
Yeah, you've been an attorney for a good stretch of time. Have you ever seen anything like this case?
Well, no. This is the largest. This is the largest mass tort litigation in the United States history. Second, first, it may top tobacco.
Yeah,
it may top tobacco.
I was going to say it probably tops tobacco. Well, we're going to keep on top of this. A lot of developments have happened in the last week. A lot are coming in the next few weeks. We want to thank Attorney Rusty Webb for joining us here. Your website, real quick, if people want to get in touch with you.
RustyWebb.com.
Easy, RustyWebb.com. Thanks for being here on Inside West Virginia Politics. We'll have more after this break. Stay with us.